All right, guys, the gate's locked here. I don't think there's going to be any waves right here. Probably need to drive down, but yeah, we're doing the rounds before the first light, checking all the spots, trying to find something out of nothing. Yeah, let's see the new whip.
New whip.
You got another year at Charleston?
Yeah, one more year.
Nice, dude. Look at this. Dude, I love the little rounded pin. This is sick.
Rounded pin.
It's pretty thick.
Yeah, thick boy.
It's like a mini Mundo, kind of.
Yeah, widen the tail right here a little bit. Got get a little flip in the nose.
This thing.
5'8".
6'9", 5'8". It's oddly coupling, but I'm about to rip it up.
Yeah.
All right, it's not flat, thank God. Oh! Dude, Quiver out the back. Ah! You!
Hell yeah, man.
Alright guys, we just got out of the session. Dude, I'm obsessed with this board. We nailed it. Like as soon as I hopped on, it's like pretty flat deck, but then the rail's not like too boxy, so it's like very performance. We're posting up where I slept last night. Got the yoga mats, got the blow up mattress. It was kind of more of like a mini Simmons day, but we rode this thing because I was just so psyched, and I'm so pumped to get in like an actual proper point break. Really love the flat rocker, and I'll talk more about it, but huge success for the first session. The thing that I've kind of been messing up with in ordering my boards is I've been trying to like pack a lot of volume into these smaller boards and, you know, try and hit a certain number, whereas this time we didn't really worry about the volume as much as we focused on the rocker, the rails and stuff like that. So this board, I didn't even know what the exact volume is, and Tim has to check it, but it just paddles so well. We hit the right paddling and performance by manipulating the length and the rocker. So that's the most important thing. I love having this longer shortboard that's like 6'9", and it's not a gun, it's just like a regular shortboard, and it just feels really good. Like when I hit the lip, I can step all the way back and get the nose super vertical, and yeah, I just love it. So I'm really stoked on it, and I can't wait to take it out in some proper waves. It's very, very much a green flag that I was able to grovel in those little waves and still feel fun. Kind of can't stress enough how important this board was. although it seems like kind of silly, this board has really shifted my focus towards like trying to go after more experiences in life and, you know, immaterial things. Because although I just purchased the immaterial thing, and Timmy hooked me up with like an awesome board, I've been like hyper focused the past few weeks on surfboards rather than actually surfing. And it's good. Like, when you're hyper focused on something, it's not silly, because it shows that you're in a good mental state and your brain is working. If you're depressed, that's when you would be like, oh, whatever, Paizel just came out with a new board, or like, oh, like, I'm not interested in tail rocker. Whereas like, I know I'm not depressed because every day I want to learn more about like tail rocker, and I want to learn more about like, you know, fin setups and the rake of a fin versus upright. So that shows me that my mind's working great. But like, one of the biggest things in life that scares me is Ron from Rockaway kind of pointed this phenomenon out in a meme he posted, and it was like a guy talking to a little kid saying, when you grow up, you'll be able to buy as many surfboards as you want, but you'll have no time to ride them. And I really feel that nowadays, as like, you know, I'm in a tough profession, and I'm kind of at the point where I don't really have that many surfboards, and I also don't have any time to ride them. But when you're a kid, you know, when you're 12 years old, you have like a 6'2" shortboard, and you take that out in any conditions, and that's the only board you own. It's probably faded yellow, but you surf all the time and you love surfing. And that's kind of what I want to get closer to, is, you know, having this freedom and wanting to go experience surfing rather than just not having a lot of time. And then since you don't have time and you're working, you might have more purchasing power. You buy stuff, but then that kind of puts you in the same spot of not having that much time because you need to work more. But this surfboard, although it is a material thing, after riding it just that one time, I feel very secure with it, and I feel very confident that my Quiver is finally at a point where, like, I have a standard shortboard, I've got a groveler, I've got a mini Simmons, and I've got a gun. What else do you need? I got boards for like really big waves. I got the shortboard for when the waves are good. And I even have the Black Beauty if it's like super windy or something, because my epoxy board is super light, as I kept saying. But yeah, I think I could even downsize my Quiver even more just to go gun, Black Beauty, and shortboard, and mini Simmons. Like, that mini Simmons is such an awesome board. But yeah, it's got me really focused on the things that I love. Like, my healthiest mental state was right before I went to Iceland, and I was just hyper focused on like that one surf spot, thinking and researching and like falling in love with the weather and patterns and being like, what do I have to do to get there? Where are the roads? I was learning about the infrastructure of Iceland. I was learning about the geopolitics, you know, just like hilarious stuff. And that's the kind of obsessions I want, is I want to go have more experiences like that, but on new continents, as you guys know, and, you know, surf in the Southern Ocean, find a wave down there. I think that is the healthiest and greatest thing I can ever go for, rather than trying to have that exact perfect Quiver or something. So, not to get super heavy, but this one board I'm just really stoked on, and it's got me feeling very secure in my Quiver. And I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped right now to continue on my 7-continent journey. And yeah, the waves are kind of flat for now, but as always, we will see you on the next swell.